Chapter 23. The Fractal Forest. Arthur felt his body tingle, a strange, resonant humming taking over his senses. The light cascading from the apex of the dome was warm and brilliantly bright, yet softened, as though raw sunlight were being filtered through a cosmic gauze. It allowed his eyes to relax entirely, even as he stared directly up into the beam, basking in its comforting, radiant warmth. The billion-year-old resonant wave bath and DNA renewal technology was functioning flawlessly. He felt the musculature of his entire body tighten and revitalize, surging with the boundless kinetic energy of a teenager. Instinctively, his tongue slid along the inside of his mouth, pausing in absolute shock as it found the smooth enamel of a missing rear tooth that had completely regrown. He held up his hands. The skin was fresh and unblemished by the weathering of time, his joints completely free of the creeping stiffness he had grown accustomed to. His vision was suddenly crystal clear and incredibly sharp. Then the high-frequency cleansing wave abruptly ended, setting Arthur gently back down onto the warm, pearlescent ceramic dais. The large, nebula-eyed felines that had been sitting vigil around him had resumed their escort. With synchronized grace, they prompted Arthur to follow them, leading him back out of the spherical sanctum and through the large organic porthole he had just passed through. Stepping out, Arthur was met with an ultramassive biome that lay in a breathtaking display of technological supremacy, a scale that entirely defied his every scientific measurement of reality. He walked into a giant, fractal redwood forest. A constant gentle breeze rustled the colossal canopy, and warm artificial sunlight dappled the mossy floor, where unseen creatures scurried and moved through the dense undergrowth. Before him, a distant path carved through the endless trees, leading toward a gaping, flat deck framed by a massive, round arch of bone and muscle-like tissue. But that destination was still several miles away, and to his left and right the immense forest seemed to stretch on into an impossible horizon. Arthur's senses were overwhelmed by the sheer, unadulterated joy of standing in such abundant, perfectly engineered nature. As he walked, he could hardly feel his steps at all. The weight of his entire body was effortlessly countered by a light, localized gravitational pull focused solely at his feet and ankles, making him feel as though he were gliding. Looking around at the impossible biome contained within a structure in the void of space, Arthur was finally beginning to understand the terrifying truth. The craft he was in possessed such a supreme technological superiority that it could command reality and rewrite physics themselves.